Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nayri, also known as Wedding Fashion Expert. This week we are talking about tariffs and price increases when it comes to wedding dresses and bridal accessories. I'm giving you everything I know up until this moment and tips of things that you should anticipate and expect as you're dress shopping, and if you've already begun your search, what to expect when you go back and finalize your decisions for your wedding attire. Before we dive into this week's topic, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, drop me a comment below, let me know if there's a particular video topic you'd like me to create a video on. I am here for you, guiding you along the way leading up to your special day. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I am so honored that you have found me. I am, of course, a wedding fashion expert, stylist, buyer, and wear so many different hats at LOVELLA Bridal, located in Los Angeles, California. For daily content, be sure to follow us on Instagram at LOVELLA Bridal, at LOVELLA Plus, and at Wedding Fashion Expert. Don't forget to hit the follow button on TikTok at LOVELLA Bridal and at Wedding Fashion Expert as well. Before creating a video on this topic, I wanted to allow some time to pass so that we could get a good understanding of what this looks like, how our designers are moving forward with these changes, what countries it impacts, and basically just give you a better picture of what to expect when you are dress shopping. As you've heard and already know, tariffs are impacting the cost of pricing in every single category of goods you could possibly imagine. From importing cars to daily necessities that we have in our households, you name it, it is impacting everything across the board. That being said, the place where we are seeing the current biggest impact is if you are a bride who has already begun shopping and was finding out prices of dresses while you were going through that experience, and now you're coming back to finalize your decisions, and either the designer has implemented a tariff percentage or the items have just increased in price. So there are two ways that our designers are handling it. At the end of the day, there are some brides who have expected LOVELLA to pick up the tab for the tariff fees. Unfortunately, if LOVELLA or any bridal store is picking up the tab on the tariff fees, they are not going to be able to sustain staying in business. There isn't enough piece of the pie to go around to be able to sustain what it costs to manage a business, navigate a business, and have additional new fees that have to be paid for. So just to give you a little bit of background, each designer is passing along based on their financials and what makes the most sense based on where their gowns are being produced, etc. There's so many factors that go into play. So my advice to you is, if you are shopping right now, the sooner you buy, the better, because these percentages are ever changing. We don't know if they're going to continue to go up, if they will fluctuate down. We have other designers who are not charging an additional tariff. They have just increased prices of all of their items, whether it's a veil, earrings, headpieces, whatever it is, and you're not going to know if a tariff is being charged additionally or not. So it's going to feel a little strange. Some designers, you'll have the dress fee plus a tariff fee. Other designers, it's just going to be a straight fee, and you won't know if the tariff is being absorbed into that or not unless you've been shopping previously and you know the prices that were once originally the prices of the items that you were shopping in the beginning of your search. So for those of you that are taking a long time to make a decision, I talk about this in my videos all the time before the tariff increase that we're experiencing at this moment that is really impacting everything. But we have price increases on dresses almost annually. Our designers raise prices because cost of goods go up, cost of shipping goes up, cost to operate a business goes up. Therefore, prices increases, materials, you name it, prices increase all the time. We are just seeing an all across the board increase at this moment that has heightened everyone's awareness and attention. This can happen at any moment, and I have preached this in my videos. It is not wise to begin your search early on and not be ready to make a decision. When you start shopping for your dress is when you want to be prepared to make a decision, because dresses can get discontinued at any moment, dress prices can go up at any moment, and that goes for all the accessories as well. Things get discontinued because factories run out of material, or the machine that made a particular lace broke down and there isn't something to replace it. There are so many factors. If you think of anything, whatever it is that you do for a living, right? Whether you own a business or work in a business, or you are a manager of some kind, whatever it is that you do, when you're in a business, there is a cost to operate. And that is what constantly goes up. And there are so many factors that go into pricing and increasing. All in all, as a consumer, this might be very difficult, and I understand it completely, because as a consumer, nobody wants to spend more money than they have to, which is why you need to make decisions quickly before prices continue to increase, or even before they get discontinued, which is always, as I mentioned, always a possibility. Don't be surprised to have additional fees to a price of a dress. So when I'm working with a bride, I am telling my brides, this is the cost of the dress or veil, whatever the item is, this is the cost of it, pending any additional tariffs. When you're ready to make a decision, I will tell you the tariff pricing, because it is different for every single designer and it's ever changing. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because if you shop at Lovella today, tomorrow we could get a price increase, and what I told you today might be different from what it is tomorrow. So I don't want to discuss these prices with anyone until you are ready to make a decision. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, I don't know if I can make the decision because that price is included in my decision-making process. And I completely understand that, so I could give you a ballpark figure of what it looks like. Obviously, I'd be happy to give you that pricing of what it is today, but if you are nowhere near even close to making a decision on a dress and you're not mentally there yet, it is a waste of our time to communicate the pricing, because then you're going to have that pricing in your head, and then when you come back, you're going to expect that. And what if it's changed? I just don't want to disappoint anybody. So that is the approach that I am taking when I am working with brides, and it's working really well because it is ever changing. So far, we have not seen any price decreases. Once they've increased, or once that percentage has been added, that has been the price. I have not seen it shift yet. Not to say that it won't, but think about it. When you are out buying things, it's no different than a shoe. For example, I ride horses, and the boots that I ride with, those boots go up in price every single year. I never see them come down. So while these prices are going up, never once have I had an item that I'm like, ooh, that price went down. Maybe if it goes on sale, yes, of course it goes on sale. But the price of the item originally, it doesn't reduce. It only continues to increase. So the rule of thumb is, if there's something, my dad has always said, if you want it, buy it now, because you don't know if it's going to be available tomorrow, and you don't know what the price changes are going to be. Especially an item like a special order wedding dresses. We don't put special order dresses on sale. These dresses are being specially made for you. Now, for all my bargain hunting brides out there, if you want to save money and you're making the decision based on your pocketbook versus based on what you love, or maybe it's both. Something that I always say, if I was a bride, I would 100% buy a sample dress. What does purchasing a sample look like? Buying a sample dress is a dress that has been tried on by other brides. These are the dresses bridal stores purchase. Yes, you heard me right. Bridal stores purchase. They pay for every single item in their store. So when I talked about the cost to operate, buying samples and the increased pricing also impacts bridal stores of us being able to buy our inventory. This is why, if we were to not pass down these fees that our designers are passing to us, there's no way for us to sustain and to be able to stay in business and to be able to cover all of our expenses and to be healthy and to be profitable. Every business has to be healthy and profitable to stay in business. So know that when you are shopping bridal stores, one, you're supporting local shops, you're supporting small businesses, and you're supporting those employees that are working in these businesses that are feeding their families. So when you get married, you have no idea how many small businesses weddings impact. You are feeding so many small businesses when you get married, which is such a beautiful thing when you think about it, because you're really supporting your immediate community. Going back to a sample dress, you have the opportunity to buy the dress, the model dress. So let's say a dress gets discontinued, or it is a dress that a bridal store is just willing to part with because maybe they've bought a new dress that's coming in that's going to replace the dress that they're willing to sell. There's so many factors that go into play when we decide what samples we're going to sell. You have the opportunity to buy the dress that's hanging on the rack that is just been tried on by brides for a discounted price. So that would be something that you get to take home that day. You get to buy that dress off the rack. You don't have to wait for delivery time. You don't have to worry about price increases or additional fees that you have to pay for it. And you get to take that home immediately for a reduced price. So there are so many options. You just need to communicate what your needs are to your bridal stylist. When a bride is telling me that she is willing to invest $3,000 into her wedding dress, I am keeping in mind that any additional fees that might be encountered, I will pick dresses that are under $3,000 and allot for those fees so that when we're out the door, it hits the number that she wants to hit. So I am keeping that in mind as a stylist, but also be clear and communicate with your bridal stylist. Let them know what your needs and your wants are, and that maybe you are open to a sample dress to save money. Let them know that. That is very helpful for us to know, because some brides and some cultures don't want sample gowns because they feel that it's been used, which it has not. It has just been tried on, and some of them show a little bit more love than others do. So based on the condition of the sample, that does also impact the pricing. Quick tip here, I do have other videos on sample sales and what to expect that I will link for you below. But a quick little thing, I never recommend dry cleaning a dress prior to wearing it down the aisle. It does change the richness of the fabric, so I don't recommend doing that. All in all, there's really no surprise that there are price increases. These increases happen all the time. There just isn't so much of a spotlight and so much of a magnitude on it. And so now that we're hearing it and the way that our designers are approaching it, everybody is doing something different, which is a lot for us to navigate, but we are doing it seamlessly and effortlessly in the best way that we can. And we are here to support you and guide you through this process. And please know that we have your back. We have your best interest in mind. I know that so many people like to put us in a sales position role, which of course, yes, we are selling you an item. But when it comes to the wedding dress and accessories, there's so much care and love that goes into it. It is the first time that you are buying something that you are not taking home to wear immediately. You're wearing it so many months down the line. It's made to order. It requires expertise. You've never had an experience like this. So naturally, as bridal stylists, we are embedded to have more care, and we really want you to have the best outcome, and we want to position everything so that it's customized to your wants and to your needs. It is not like selling you a refrigerator for your home. This is not cookie cutter. It is so individual, and it requires special attention, love, and care in ways that other industries and other purchases you make do not have. So please know that we are on your side. The designers are on your side. We are doing everything that we can. And like I mentioned, this is to be expected. And I have noticed the trend of the brides right now are waiting longer and longer to make a decision. I have brides coming back to me 4 or 5 months later to say yes to a dress, and so much changes on the daily, on the weekly. So when you're waiting that long to buy your dress, be prepared for price increases, be prepared for dresses to be discontinued. And this is nothing new. I have preached this on my channel over and over and over again. And when I tell brides this in person, most of the time they do not believe me. And then they come back and they go, "Oh, I thought you were just trying to sell me." No, I just have been in this industry for a very long time. I know how this works, and I am telling you what to expect, and whether you choose to believe or not to believe is entirely up to you. But when we tell you something to expect, you must believe us, because this is not like any other purchase. This is a totally unique experience, and trust is a really, really, really big deal. You want to choose to do business that is ethical, that is by the book, that is not cutting corners, because those are the businesses that will sustain and be able to continue to stay in business. I hope that you found this video helpful. For more videos and tips like these, be sure to tune in every Wednesday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I will see you in next week's video.